So if you've been existing at all in the world in the past several years, you'll know that AI is everywhere. It's integrated into every app, it's part of every Google search, and Tom Cruise is even fighting it in the latest Mission Impossible movie. And I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I was really hoping that when we developed AI, it would be one of those fun, sexy robots like the Jetsons had that could do the dishes and wash their clothes. But now apparently we don't want to use AI to do our chores. We want to use AI to create art. Lately there's been this ongoing debate about whether writers and artists and other creatives should use generative AI in their work. Because why would I, as an artist, want to do something fun and creative when I can have a robot do it for me? As you can imagine, for the most part from the artist community, the answer to should we be using generative AI has been a vehement no, definitely not, until recently. Enter Jessa Hastings. Jessa Hastings is an Australian native who now lives in California and is the writer of the Magnolia Parks universe books, which are adult romance books all set in the same world. Now, up until recently, I'd never heard of Jessa Hastings, and I'm not saying that as a dig at her because there are plenty of authors that I've never heard of.
Ernest Hemingway who?
But I'm mentioning that because this story I'm about to tell was my first introduction to her as an author. So what did Jessa do? Well, she posted a very aggressive series of Instagram stories coming to the defense of some BookTokers who were being called out for promoting AI software. Now, I'm not going to share any of those videos that the BookTokers posted because for the most part they've already been called out and a lot of them have already apologized and deleted those videos. And honestly, currently as someone trying to make a living in the arts, I can sympathize with the lure of getting a little brand deal that helps you pay the rent.
Existing in capitalism is a nightmare.
However, Jessa Hastings thought that the people who were criticizing those BookTokers went too far and accused them of bullying. And then she crashed out in her Instagram stories saying that everyone uses AI. What's the big deal? What's wrong with artists and writers taking advantage of AI as a tool when we already take advantage of autocorrect and predictive texting and Netflix recommendations, and some of us even own a Roomba? That's all AI. Now, as you can imagine, plenty of people pointed out that there's a huge difference between assistive AI and generative AI. Things like Netflix recommendations or Gmail smart replies are trained on your preferences. It's data that you willingly give up when you sign up for the service. And the last time I checked, my Roomba isn't writing chapters of my novel for me. Although that is something I'm trying to train my Furby to do. So how did Jessa respond to these critiques? Well, of course, she did some soul searching, admitted she was wrong, and apologized to everyone. No, I'm kidding. She did exactly what you would expect someone to do in this day and age. She doubled down. She posted another series of Instagram stories claiming that assistive AI and generative AI are morally the same and not different at all. And if you're upset about AI now, you're actually the hypocrite because you weren't upset when factory workers were replaced by robots who could do their jobs faster than them. You're just upset now because AI is taking white-collar jobs. Okay, here's the thing. We're not just upset about AI taking white-collar jobs. Despite what Jessa Hastings thinks, generative AI is 100% a moral emergency. Let's set aside the fact that we know that AI is trained on stolen artwork and that using it is actively destroying the environment. Even though those things are certainly reason enough to avoid it. Generative AI is capable of taking any face and putting it on a very realistic body and then creating a video of that body doing anything it wants or having anything done to it. That is a moral emergency. We're talking about destroying the fabric of truth as we know it. Half of society can't identify an AI image now when the background is all blurring together and the subject has 12 fingers. It's only going to get worse. Politics, evidence in trials, you name it. This has potentially world-altering implications. So yes, it certainly sucks that factory workers have lost their jobs to robotic arms. But generative AI is worse. I will say there is one thing Jessa Hastings got right. She said when it comes to AI, the chicken has already flown the coop. And unfortunately, I think that's true. Generative AI is so accessible that nearly everyone is already using it, and companies are strongly encouraging, if not forcing, their employees to use it. I know from experience. When it comes to a tool that can make us money faster, capitalism is going to use it, no matter who or what it crushes in its wake. The reckoning we have to have as artists is deciding whether we love the process of creating art or whether we love just getting to call ourselves artists. This past year for Christmas, my wife got me some clay because she had overheard me talking about my interest in giving it a try. And when I first got the clay out, I was terrible. And even now, I continue to be terrible. I've never really worked with clay before, so I don't know how to shape things right. I don't know how to make it look smooth. Everything I create looks all misshapen and lumpy, and it would be very easy for me to throw in the towel and just have somebody 3D print whatever I'm trying to make. But my wife didn't get me the clay so we could have some beautiful finished product. She got it for me because I said I wanted the experience of working with clay. And most of that experience is failing. That's what a lot of the artistic process is. It's reaching for something that's out of your grasp and then getting frustrated, going for a walk, eating a sandwich, coming back with renewed energy, and trying again until you create something that you're really proud of. Art is certainly not typing a prompt into a chat bot and then copying whatever it spits out. And honestly, this whole conversation is about more than just art. Not to sound corny, but it's about the human condition. All of life is about learning and growing. And now we've just decided that a robot can do all of that for us. People are asking AI to basically be their therapist or teach them how to have a glow up or teach them any ordinary recipe. All these things that are very Googleable or that you can find human resources to help you with. What are we doing? Like Jessa Hastings said, we've already flown the coop. I can't think of a single time in society where we've been capable of doing something and not done it under the basis that it would be morally better if we refrained. And unfortunately, I think AI is going to be the same way. And I realize that's kind of a bummer of a note to end this video on. I wish I had something better. All I can do is encourage you, whether you're a student or an artist or a creative or just someone trying to get by in society, please don't use generative AI. Or use it in a very, very limited capacity. When you create something awesome, you can know that sense of pride is real. You didn't have some robot do it for you. You built this yourself. And someone, please, just make a robot that cleans the toilet. We don't need it to make art.